right, guys, congrats on the win. Big 6-1 win over Creighton in the series opener. Coach, what are some thoughts after today's win?
Well, coming into this series, we knew this would be a really big test for us. It's our last non-conference weekend before we get into conference play, and it's a true test. This is a really good team. We played them last year at their place, and they're even off to a better start this year than last year. So they pitch well, they play defense, they present a lot of problems with their offense. They bunt, they run. They do everything. So we really had to be on top of our stuff here to minimize what they were doing. And they smacked a lot of balls around. We held them to singles. They had double-digit hits and 1 run. So that's a testament to minimizing situations, getting outs on bunts. We threw out a runner stealing. We picked off a runner. And one of the biggest spots of the game with the bases loaded and 1 out, we got a huge double play. And right after that is when we put up our 5 runs. So those are those winning time moments that decide games against 2 really good teams that's going to be tightly contested. So really proud of the effort. It's a great start to the weekend, but we haven't really played a full weekend, 3 games of the best we can be within our process. So this is a good first step today.
Trevor, 4 for 4 today, 2 RBIs, probably your best game of your career so far. What did you see at the plate today, especially that first at bat? Your first RBI put tied the game there. What do you see out there today to you're able to be so successful?
I credit a lot of it to just our scouting report and all of our coaches, our staff, and the communication through all of our hitters, just talking throughout the game and just really simplifying the approach up there and making sure that we're attacking our lanes and swinging at the right things. I felt like I was able to see things really well today and lay off some of the stuff that I wouldn't want to be swinging at. So when I was swinging at the right stuff, the results went my way today, and we'll take it when baseball gives you that.
Obviously, trailing that 1-0 in that 4th inning, you have J. Lou on second. What's your mentality in that at bat to kind of punch that ball into left field and get him around home there?
Well, I knew that we were down 1 at the time, so it was our time to answer. It was a good opportunity to. Bats haven't been heated up yet, so wanted to really take advantage of the opportunity, and Jay was fast, so I knew if I could get something in the outfield, then he'd be able to score, and luckily we were able to do that.
Q pitched the last 3 innings today, picked up your 3rd save of the season. Seeing Creighton's bats throughout the game, what were you thinking when you went out there to be so either successful or confident on the mound to kind of shut them out in the last 3 innings?
I'm just working with more of this like my strengths over the past start to the season. I'm feeling really good with all my pitches, so kind of just going in there with the same approach as I do to every team. This one I have more lefty, so usually change up more, but I have great feel for everything, so kind of just going out there and know what works both sides of the plate, landing pitches both sides of the plate, and it's you get good results from that.
You allow only 2 base runners. You strike out 3 guys. Where are you heading into conference play? We're coming up on Santa Clara. How confident are you on the mound where you're like the go-to guy coming out of the pen at the end of the game?
Oh, very right now. I feel great. Body feels great. I'm doing everything I can to take care of myself from week to week and series to series. So, all my pitches are feeling great. Pitching at home is nice also, but just trying to take care of myself and everything's feeling great. So, I'm in a good spot.
Rob, obviously shut out in the first 3 innings here. You get on the board, tied the game in the 4th, and then obviously explode in the 6th inning with those 5 runs. What changed offensively to get rolling in the later innings here and then to seal this win?
It's been a common theme for us. Some games we've gotten out fast, but for the most part, we got to get to the 2nd or 3rd time around the order where guys start having a better plan, executing and making adjustments from their original pregame plan. And it's like Trev said, we think we have good plans going into games, but you never really know until the fight starts what a guy's going to do. Their starter, Burke, had only started 1 time, and he's been more of a reliever, so we didn't have as much information on him, and he did a really good job. He's pounding the zone, getting ahead of guys. But we meet pretty much every inning, and Trev's one of the guys came back in after the first time through the order and said, "Stop worrying about everything else. We're going to get to this guy." And sometimes that's all you need. It's just a confidence boost from the guys. And in the past here, we've had a hard time of getting out of our own way, letting the bad times kind of snowball. And this team does a really good job of refocusing on the next pitch. It's stuff we've harped forever, but you really got to believe in what you're doing. And luckily, I think that's all that changed, and we got some big hits in big spots. But all those things don't happen if our pitchers and defense don't keep the game where it is. It's much harder to come back from 3, 4, 5 runs down than 1-0. I mean, in that inning we tie it, it's a hit by pitch, a stolen base that we knocked the ball out of the guy's glove, and Trev gets a hit over the shortstop's head. So we didn't really do much, but we were in a tight battle, 1-1 in the middle of the game. So that's really all you can ask for.
Most of your offensive production came from the bottom half of the lineup today, combined 7 hits out of the 9. What did you see, from those 4 guys, J. Lou, Trev, Zach, and JT, to kind of push this team offensively today?
All right, that either means we have a real deep lineup, or I don't know how to make a lineup, but or it's all tactical. But I think, honestly, it's just they battle. So I do think the guys at the bottom of the order, weirdly enough, have an advantage because of the way we talk and the way the guys at the top really do a good job of communicating what they see. It makes it, by the second time around for the bottom of the order, they have 15, 16 at-bats of information as opposed to – it's hard. I mean, it's hard to be a leadoff hitter. It's hard to be the first guy up there. You don't know the zone. You don't know what the guy's doing. But we have really good hitters, 1 through 9, and a few more that didn't get in there today. So where we put them in the order, and it's a testament to this team, I don't think they care. They just want to be in the box going, and I don't think anyone looks at themselves as a leadoff or a cleanup or any of those things. It's just giving my chance to go in there and fight.
Lance had a solid outing on the mound today, 4 innings. Gave up that 1 run, but that's all he did. What do you see out of him today, and especially Hunter and Q here, out of the pen, pitching-wise today?
I mean, it feels like we say it every week with Lance, but the guy's just a battler. He competes, and that's one of our standards in our program, and we just ask people to compete with whatever they have. I mean, there's no secret. He never really feels 100% with his body. He's been through a lot. He made that great play bouncing off the mound there to get the out, and it kind of felt something in him, so we were, from the second inning on, kind of worried, kind of really keeping an eye on him. Is this the last inning? But in typical Lance fashion, he just battles. There's going to be guys on, and then he's going to fight his way through. Once in a while it doesn't work out, but he usually keeps you in the game for as long as he can, and that's all we can ask. And then because of what happened Wednesday, we were able to get out of there early. We had Holzmer available, we had Q available, so we could stretch these guys out. And that was pretty much the plan. We also had Q-Pick ready to go to get us out of any jam. And that was pretty much the 4 guys that we had the plan. But, I mean, Holzmer came into the top of that order with all the lefties, did his job there, and then as they rallied on him, he got that monster double play, which was huge. And then no one's more confident than me when we have a lead and Q comes in late in the game in our field. Anywhere, really, but it's harder to hit in our field late in games. Everyone knows that. And just pounds the zone, gives us a chance. So if we got those 3 guys on the mound, I like our chances to keep teams down.
Back in action tomorrow against Creighton, second game of the series. Knowing came out with a good win today, they might be coming out for a little bit of revenge tomorrow. Like, what are expectations heading into tomorrow?
I mean, I expect Creighton's really good, like we talked about. So I expect to take their best punch, especially early in the game. They're going to try things like they did today. We got to be ready to play defense. Nothing changes. We're really just working on us right now and not being satisfied with a win or upset over a loss. There's truly just the next game, and that's what our season's made up of. But I've been on the other end of that where you got to fly from the Midwest to the East to the West. It's always hard that first day, so I expect them to have a lot of energy and excitement tomorrow, and they had it today. It was just a good baseball game, and I expect this to be a really tight series the whole way, 27 innings of tight baseball.